I thank God for this opportunity to share why Jesus and why NCCF. Why Jesus is because I grew up in a Christian family, and I was taught about God's love and why Jesus died for me. And I grew up with so much familiarity with the gospel that I wanted to be a Christian and I wanted to accept Jesus Christ, but I did not fully understand. I did not really give thought for how much expense Jesus paid for me on the cross. I believed that I understood, but I really did not. And that is why I didn't have the fervent love for God, and I still had place for the world in my life, and I was still just trying to please God, but I was just having a defeated life because I did not place God first in my life, and it is God's plan that He brought me out from my past life just by bringing me to this country and separating me from the way I was living, and to lead me into a relationship with Him, to grow in Him, to understand His love. This is all God's grace for me, for which I don't deserve. I did not love God before, but He loves me, and He showed me that why and how I can live for God for the rest of my life. I felt so undeserving to be God's child and to receive His love, but God has been showing His love by just reminding me that He does not He will not remember my sins anymore, and that He has loved me with an everlasting love, and He has drawn me with His loving kindness. And I when I understood God's plan to separate me from my old life, I was filled with so much gratitude, and I started uh, to uh, to decide to live my life more for God, and to grow every day or year by year in Him. So I was growing. I was growing in the Lord for some time, but I still did not have much light on my life in the areas that I need to um, give up, and really how to walk with God. And uh, I knew that Jesus had paid for me so much expense, and so I understood how that from then I need to uh, give God first place in my life, and to not let anything come in between God and me. And um, so I understood uh, that Jesus lived His life on this earth to show me an example how to live my life for God, and all His life for me is an example. And he and He really had the purpose to come on this earth to live and to show me uh, all the things and all the ways that I could please God. And yeah, and why NCCF? It is in 2020 I went to multiple churches, couple churches before coming to NCCF to uh, really find a fellowship that will help me grow in the Lord. And when I came to NCCF, it was a couple months that I attended in person at NCCF. That it was really God's mercy, because before COVID happened, I was able to meet with a few brothers and sisters and to see how they are they're living with the Lord and growing, how their attitude and how single-mindedly they are following God. And I remember I wrote down in my notes that uh, they are running and I need to start my run. And that is how God has drawn me closer to Him through NCCF. And I am always constantly encouraged and reminded of God's love and His goodness, and to press on to perfection, and to never be far from God, to always keep myself near to God. And I'm just so thankful and feel so blessed for all of this encouragement. And I feel so grateful that even though when I had to move for my work to Nebraska from California, God has enabled me to join NCCF virtually, and He enabled me to also become a part of this body. And I'm just so grateful and humble for the kindness of the elders, for being willing to also make me a part of this body. I am so thankful for NCCF family, and I pray that God will enable me to grow in His nature, and that I will be a channel of His love to NCCF family and to everyone that I meet. Thank you.